And you always forgive me for all the things that I ever done. And you've been by my side through the struggles and the fears I had, even the darkest one. And every time I touch your eye, I feel like I'm just holding back, because my heart's so glad. It don't matter what we did, you're the wife of my life and the mother of my kids. Give you the stars, the wind, the moon, the rain, and the mountains. I'll give you the world and all that you wish for and even more. It been other times that, you know, the streets, being in the streets, I would say tends to make you like fall out with your family members or, you know, cousin in this case. And when it comes to the streets, it's only going to be two things that make, especially a relative, and, you know, fall out. It's going to be money, which make anybody fall out these days, but money and respect. You know what I'm saying? And like, not so much fed up over just money. You know what I'm saying? Money comes and goes and comes and goes. But the respect, you know what I'm saying, I have to maintain that. You know what I'm saying? And when I first moved down to Noonan, I moved down to Foxworth Forest. Big shouts out to my Noonan partners out there. I moved down to Foxworth Forest. I was out on bond. Well, I went through my trial. I had just got probation for burning a ninja up in the projects. So, you know, I had skated on that and got probation. And we decided to get up out the city. And that's when I moved down to Noonan, Georgia for the very first time. Like, you know, the second time. That was my second time, actually. But first time I didn't stay, you know, but a couple of months. And this time, you know, 2007-8 is actually when I got down to Noonan. Staying in Foxworth, you know, I need to get some weed, you know, smoking stuff. And I end up meeting one of my partners, my homies right now to this day, Bling. What's up, by Mario Barber? That's my partner, man. The first person that I met when I came down to Noonan, you know what I'm saying, to stay for good. And he was doing his little thing on the weed and stuff, you know, he over there on the west side, but he was, you know, had a little apartment with his girl over in the Foxworth Forest area or whatnot. So I end up seeing him out there one day, asking him about some, you know, some smoked weed and stuff, and he ended up selling it to me, but it took him a minute to bring it to me. You know, I was a new face down there. He really didn't know what I was about, man. You know what I'm saying? But he trusted me, ended up, you know, serving me a couple of times, and then once we started talking to who I was, you know, Knox, he started letting me know that he knew some of my family members that, you know, I didn't know, you know. And one of my cousins that he was with all the time, his right-hand man, is my cousin New. Y'all know my cousin New. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with your cuz? And him and Mario, you know, they be together all the time during this time or whatnot. So what happened was Bling, Mario, he ended up, because what he would do is he'll come to my house in the morning. We sit there, smoke, you know what I'm saying? I buy a dub or something weed from, you know, for me or whatever. And then while we was just there, man, you know, I would cook breakfast. My wife or whatever, he'll eat right there with us and everything. Damn near every morning, Mario Barber Bling would eat breakfast. Me and him eat breakfast at my house and stuff. And while we was there eating breakfast, you know, like he would get his plays and stuff on the phone, you know, and he'll say, hey, you know, they can stop by it like that. So nobody know I stayed there or whatnot. So nobody know I stayed there, you know. So I, you know, let him come with no traffic coming to my house or anything. You know what I'm saying? But he started catching his plays, and then but every day I say around about 12, maybe 11 or 12 that morning, he would leave though. He would leave and he would go to the west side. Yeah, once he get to the trap spot, he be gone for the rest of that day. But his clients and the people that was buying from him that was on my side of town, um, would be, come by and, knock on the door, see if he there, things of that nature. And of course, they would start, the other one was calling his phone, so trying to get weed, but they on my side. You know what I'm saying? So I had an idea. Next time he came over the next morning, I was like, man, why don't you front me some of the weed or just leave some here, man, and let me sell. Don't miss no money. So he was like, yeah, actually, man, I'm just gonna set you out with something, man, and you just pay me back like that. And like I said, man, he put me on my feet down now. You know what I'm saying? So I came from College Park, robbing and burning ninja. You know what I'm saying? But once I got down there, man, Mario Barber Bling, he ended up saying, man, I'm gonna front you an ounce of weed. You know what I'm saying? He had that gag too. He ended up fronting me an ounce of weed, man, and I took off. Cause not only did he front me the weed, he let me have his clients. You know what I'm saying? This is a G ninja. No salutes to him. You know what I'm saying? That's my little big homie though. You know what I'm saying? I'm older, so I can say little, but he did his thing just like I did my thing, so I got to put the big in front of his name, man. You know what I'm saying? Him and my cousin knew. So he ended up from me an ounce of weed, man, and I started catching his clients, and then the people that I did know that because I had 3 cousins that didn't grow up with us. They grew up in Nona, which we're gonna get into that. That's what this story is about. They knew people down now too. You know what I'm saying? So now he go their big cousin down in their territory, and I got the weed. I got the plug on the weed. You know what I'm saying? So they they'll come by and buy weed from me or whatnot, however, man. So before you know it, I'm on half a P. I'm doing my thing now. You know what I'm saying? Getting a half a P from Bling, quarter P, however, man. And he was my plug, straight up and down. So I'm moving the weed, man, and the house, like I say, it picked up so quickly. You know what I'm saying? And I had this dude working for me. His name D Drill. I met him, between 5 and 7 years earlier in College Park. You know what I'm saying? And haven't seen him in years. I moved to Nona. He down there, but he was smoking the wools and was having a hard time and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Smoking dope and stuff. So I let him come and sleep on my sofa though, because he was he didn't have nowhere to stay. He was homeless really. So I let him sleep on my sofa, and I really let him run it for me, the work, the weed and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then I started getting a powder from Bling. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm doing my thing. I'm really doing my thing. And what happened so quickly was now my house is up under surveillance. You know what I'm saying? I can look out my door. I see the camera just post up with a straight view to my spot. You know what I'm saying? So that right there put a hold on everything because of the probation that I was on. Me and my wife had our first child, and she was expecting her second. You know what I'm saying? So we was planning on moving and getting a house on the west side of Nona as well. And I had told her once we did that, I wasn't going to sell drugs or anything. No, I was going to start selling the weed and stuff. So she ended up finding a house. I kept my word. I started selling the weed. We moved into that house with a fresh new start. You know what I'm saying? And one of my cousins that used to come by and see me all the time, when I first moved down now, and he used to buy weed from me too, he continued to come by to the new house. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that I did notice when I moved to the new spot, I didn't call everybody. You stop selling drugs. You don't call everybody and put in your 2 weeks notice, let everybody know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ever let anybody know that I was stop selling and stuff. Some of my clients knew I was moving, but they didn't know I was gonna stop. So what I did notice after I had moved was my phone had stopped ringing as much. And at first I'm thinking it's because I moved, and a lot of my clients knew that I had moved. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, hey, there ain't nobody ain't even called me. Even though I was happy, I was thinking dang, nobody ain't called me, and then they must have found out I don't stay there no more, or just whatever. So I didn't think nothing of it. Just went on with life or however, and Then one day my cousin, who used to come to the house when I had the spot bumping, he come by and pick me up. Now he's selling his little weed, doing his little thing at this time. And he had been selling weed back and forth off and on for years down in Knox. So he come pick me up one day we ride him. I'm riding with him, man. He made like 2 plays, dropped something off, and then we stopped by his house. And he ran through the house real quick. Well, he left his phone sitting right there on the seat. And it happened to ring. And when it happened to ring, I happened to look at it, and I see the name, and I see the number. It was one of my clients. And in my head, I'm thinking, I know that they don't know each other. So I'm wondering, how did Cuz hook up with them? You know what I'm saying? But when he got back in the car, I didn't ask him, just whatever. But when I got home later on that night, I ended up calling that person and asking that person, hey man, how you know my cuz? I was in the car with my cuz earlier today, and I seen that you were calling, you had called him and stuff, like how you even know him? And he had told me when I was doing my trapping and stuff in the apartment when I first moved down to Noonan, one day my cousin was leaving out my house, and he was coming up to my spot to buy some weed. And my cousin had stopped him, gave him his number, and told him, hey man, start shopping with him because he got better weed than me and his price is better than mine. Which that was totally wrong anyway, but he told me that, man. I couldn't believe it, man. Like, straight tried to backdoor me, you know what I'm saying? Like, didn't care at the time of, I'm staying right here in the new house and I ain't selling drugs no more. But thinking back on how he did it, I think that was slime. You know what I'm saying? I think it was slime. So I had told myself next time my cousin come by, I was going to say something to him. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe 3-4 days later, my cousin, hey man, I'm finna pull up on him. I'm like, man, come in the house, we sitting in my kitchen, we smoking and stuff. My wife and her sister in the other room, we just talking it up, whatever. So now I found the perfect time to ask my cousin, like, hey man, check this out. Last time I was riding with you, this is what I seen in your phone. How did you know that person? And I said, matter of fact, man, I'm going to keep it real with you. Them folks told me that one day you were leaving out my house, bro, and stopped them coming up, man, and try to, like, detour the money so you can get it. Told them folks your weed better than mine, and you got better prices than me, bro. Like, why would you even do something like that? Backdoor me like that, bro. And when I said that, man, my little cuz was like, boy, I ain't studying that shit. Like, boy, I got to get mines, bro. In other words, boy, I ain't studying what you talking about, tree, boy. I'm about me. I got to get mine, F you, or whatever. That's what I got out of that, man. And like, man, I don't put in too much work in the projects to build who I am and my family, and the work that I had to put in for nobody wouldn't rape my sister, rape my cousin them, or slap the hell out of one of my boy cousins or try him. I had to put in that work to have this name, and then for me to have a little cousin, like I said in the last story, to call me a P ninja or a B ninja, or to have this cousin right here who is a brother though, who was a brother of that cousin. I told y'all the 3 brothers that wasn't raised up there in Colorado with the other 36 of us. They have their difference. You can't do nothing about it. I can't say good or bad, but they was raised by different people. And here this cousin is saying, bro, I ain't stunned that much like that. Like a selfish act. You know what I'm saying? A greed. Man, you know what I said, man? I said, man, you know what, cuz, man? Man, get up out my house, man. Just like that. Just leave, little cuz. Just go. He like, all right, I'll leave, cuz. I get up out of here. So when he get up out the table, get up off from the table, I get up from the table, walking behind him, open the door. When he get to the door, I get right there, open the door. When I open the door, he's leaving out. And right when he leave out the door, he look back at me and say, boy, I ain't studying your ass. When he say that, man, do y'all know what I do? Boy, I grab that little ninja by his dreads and drag his ass back in the house. Boom! Slam her down to the floor. Hey, you just hear my wife and her sister screaming, that tree, don't hurt him. Don't hurt him, no. But just like I told y'all too, I mount him. UFC mount him. But when I get on my little cub, I don't get on top of him and start punching him all in his face, trying to mess up his face, man. That's my little cousin. Don't want to hurt him. Just like my other little cousin. Flip. Dad, you gonna let him fight me? but just like my other cousin, it ain't about hurting you or none of that, because I don't want nobody, I don't want a dog to hurt. You know what I'm saying? But it's about teaching you respect, showing you the boundaries that you cannot cross, because I won't cross them with you or anybody else. Boom! Slam it down. Oh, the tree don't hurt him. I ain't gonna hurt him. I put my elbow in his neck to choke him like that. Calm down, calm down. Playing with me, boy, I don't never play with me like that, partner. Then I get him, pick him up like that. Get him out the ground. Then push him out the door. Then shut my door. Man, them the only 2 times I had to put my hands on my cousin, man. It like I said, like 39 of us, 36, 30, 42. And it ain't never happened. And when it did happen, it happened with me both times. And both times, they was brothers. The brothers that wasn't born in Kalapora Project and were raised in Kalapora Project, man. For real. It's a difference on who raised you, boy. Which different grandmama, different aunties, different uncles. And this the product you have. Straight up and down, man. Thank you for tuning in to another great episode of Underground Source TV with your host, TV and film producer, Don Treese Knox. OG Black Boy, College Park, stand up.
You told me you'll stay here till the day that I die, with a tear in your eye. You always told me that you leave it and there's no coming back. Girl, I can't take that. You always told me you were gonna be down for the ride. Girl, you picked your side.